Okay, here is the review of Justify number 8. This is from an SAT released item. So you're being asked to find what is equivalent to 4z plus 8y. They do give you the expression that equals z and then the expression that equals y. And so y would equal this product AB, and z equals this sum a squared plus b squared. So if you want to find the value of 4z plus 8y, you can just take 4 times the value of z and then 8 times the value of y, and you get this sum right here. So I'm looking for the equivalent expression of 4z times 8y. So once I plug those in, I can see that I need to distribute, and I'll get 2 terms, and then when I multiply 8 times AB, I get a third term. So now I have a trinomial, and if I put it in order I can recognize so that I can factor it, because as you can see, the answers are options that are written as a product of 2 repeated factors, or a square. It's going to look like this. So we're looking for what product equals this. So there's 2 ways I saw that you guys approach this. I saw some of you just factor directly. Some of you did go ahead and multiply each one and distribute to find that this right here, B, where the answer is 2a plus b, that quantity squared gets multiplied and you get this sum, which was the sum that you were looking for. You could also factor with the factoring checklist that I gave you and multiply and factor out the greatest common factor, and then factor this trinomial here to give you a plus b times a plus b using the shortcut since a is 1. And when you do that, you can then factor, since you don't have an answer like this here in your options, and you know that it has to be 2 repeated factors. Well, there's only 2 repeated factors and a times 4, so you could factor out factor out the 4 as 2 times 2 and then multiply 2 to each of these factors, and you'll get that same thing, 2a plus 2b squared. Or you could just do that here. Oops. So 2a there, 2a there, and then 2b here, 2b here to get that last term. And then if you multiply this out, you'll see that that is also equivalent. This is called a perfect square trinomial that always represents a factor squared. Okay, that's another way you could approach this. So there's a lot of ways you could have done this. On a level where your factoring is not that great, then you could have just multiplied each one and figured out which one equaled this. Okay, and that's Justify number 8.